So I'm sitting here enjoying my morning coffee at the back of my truck, and I hear a little flutter. And I look over, and a ruffed grouse has landed right next to me. Right next to me. There he goes. Look at that little booger. I'm just chilling, and he's like, "Hey, buddy." Crazy. There's the truck. Well, guys, good morning. It's Thursday, October 12th, and I'm back in the Northwoods. It's a little chilly this morning. We got decent little frost this morning, one of the first frosts of the year that I've seen up here, so hopefully that takes care of some bugs, because it's been pretty buggy and warm, but it's finally cooled down. It's supposed to be in the 50s for the extended forecast. Weather's looking good. A little bit of rain here and there, but just to be expected this time of year up here when you're grouse hunting. Our day started off with our count of 1 grouse already, and literally right behind me, I was just hanging out here at the truck this morning and a bird landed right next to me. So good to see that. Kind of picked a spot where there's some birds. That's what I'm kind of doing this trip, is trying to find some new spots to hunt. Just going wherever the cover takes me, and I'm in a familiar area, but I'm trying to hunt some new spots and see what I run into. So that's kind of the motto of this trip. I'm just up here truck camping for 4 or 5 days and gonna run some dogs, and like I said, just see wherever the cover takes us. I started out last night. I did get up yesterday afternoon, and I took Ember and Fox out for a run together. We ended up running into 8 grouse. I got a shot at one of them, and then also probably a dozen woodcock as well. And Ember pointed a couple of them for me real nice that I got some good shots at. So we're gonna roll into that hunt right now. And other than that, I'm gonna gear up this morning, and I've got a spot just over here that I'm gonna go run and try and see what we run into. So I'll see you guys out there. Okay. Little mother-daughter combo this evening. First hunt of a few days of hunting. Ember's on point in here. See if I can find her. There she is, right there. She's been standing here for a minute. Good girl. Here. Nice work. Give. Good girl. Nice work, Ember. You stood that point for a long time. Good job, Fox. Hey, hey, Fox. Fox, Fox. Hey, hey, hey. Fox, this is what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. Yeah. Good job, Ember. Nice work. Here. Good girl. Heel. Nice work. Good girl. Give. Nice. Good job. Nice retrieve, Ember. Thank you for your assistance. Fox was working real slow through here, creeping and pointing. And just when I noticed her doing that, I look over and I hear wings start taking flight, and I look and see this bird gets out of this little shrub right here, flies out there, and I hit it, and it turned back and came across the trail, and I hit it a second time. Ember came in and made the retrieve on it. Nice big male, looks like. Beautiful bird. Big ruffs on him. Nice mature bird. Ember's on point in here. 40 yards away. There she is, right there. Good bird. Good girl. Good girl. Heel. Good girl. Nice little doodle. Just wrapped up my morning hunt with Aspen, and we had a little bit of luck this morning, so we're gonna go ahead and get into that hunt now. There's a bird right here, and the dog's on point. Dead bird! Dead bird! The dog went on point right here, and that bird started putting, and it hopped up in this tree. Dog stayed on point. I walked up here, and it took off out of that tree, and I got a good shot at it. Dead bird! Dead bird. Fine. Good girl. Fetch here. Good girl, Aspen. Nice work. Come here, girl. Fetch. Fetch here. Good girl. Right here. Fetch here. 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 Good girl. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Nice work. Good girl. Give. Good job, Aspen. Here's our tail fan. Oh, nice work. Good job, girl. Young bird. This year's bird. Good job, girl. Good work, Aspen. Nice find. Nice recovery. Right here. Dog just locked up. She's right there. I don't know if I got it or not. I think I got it. I shot right at it. I didn't see it go down, but I did take half a tree out, and I think it might have fallen behind that tree out of my view. Well, I guess we didn't get it. I guess I missed. I didn't see the bird go down, but I felt pretty confident on my shot. And I feel like I've done a pretty good search here, and the dog has covered this area pretty thoroughly, and she hasn't come up with it, so I'm gonna mark it off as a miss then. We are up and at it this morning. Came into this spot last night. I ran Yeti here, and we moved 11 grouse. And this spot, how it sets up is it's two cuts that run next to each other. One cut is old, it's starting to age out, and the other one is just coming into its prime age for grouse habitat. The older cut is 18 years old and the younger cut is 12 years old. I like spots like that have an older cut that runs with a younger cut as well, because that older cut, you know that there's habitat from the last 10 years there, and the birds are eventually going to shift over into that younger cut. So you just have like a continuous cycle of grouse habitat there for upwards of 30 years. So I do like looking for spots like that, and this is just like textbook for that. This older 18-year-old cut that's just starting to age out. There's a lot of good ground cover in it. There's a lot of food in it that the younger cut doesn't have growing in it yet. So there's food in the older cut, and then eventually here there's going to be really good cover once all the foliage and leaves die and things like that in this younger 12-year-old cut behind me. So like I said, older cut, younger cut right together, and usually they produce birds. And last night I came in here, found 11 grouse with Yeti. I got 3 really good shots on birds, pointed birds over Yeti. 2 of them were layups and I missed, and then finally on the 3rd one I connected on that one. So we're gonna roll into that hunt right now. And then I think I'm gonna head a little bit north. This afternoon where I'm at, that we're supposed to get some rain starting around 7 o'clock this evening. And I'm just camping out here in my truck, and I'm not really looking to get wet, so I have the flexibility and the freedom to go where I want. And just north of here, it's not supposed to rain tonight, so I think I'm gonna head north of here, check out some spots up there, and we'll see what we run into today. So it looks like we got some food in the area. What do you say, Yeti man? What do you think we're gonna find? Right there. I don't think I got it. I saw the bird right here on the ground, flushed in front of me. I got a good flush and a shot at it, but I think I was a little behind it. Yeti's right there on point. Two of them got up. I don't know if I got that one or not. Right there. He says it's right here. Woodcock, maybe? Got it. Dead bird. Good boy. Here. Yeah. Nice work. Nice doodle. Good work, buddy. Feels good to connect on one. After missing a few grouse, getting some good dog work, but haven't been able to connect to my shots until that woodcock. Yeti's on point right down here. Dead bird! Yeah, Yeti was on point right down here in this draw. And these birds came right out of these pines. There was a few of them. And I got a good shot at that one. Good boy. Yeti, come. Good boy, Yeti. Yeti, come. Come here. Good boy. Come here, Yeti. Come here. Good boy. Yeah. Nice work, Yeti. What do we got here? Wow. Nice big mature red bird. Really cool. Nice. Made a good shot on that bird. Good clean dog work. Yeti on point. Bird's taking flight. Oh man. Missed a few birds on this walk and got a good shot at that one. Awesome. Some days you have a little luck following you, and today I had some luck following me. You see this right here? This is my GPS. handheld unit. It got caught on this branch and it ripped the tether. So my GPS kept saying that the dog was 34 yards away, and I knew he wasn't. We had been moving, so I was like, is my battery died? And I looked down and my handheld was gone. And I was like, man, this is a needle in a haystack. I don't know how I'm gonna find this, because I don't know exactly what my steps were backtracking. So I backtracked in the direction a little bit, and then all of a sudden the transmitter picked up and it said the dog was 13 feet away from the handheld unit. So I stopped the dog, I took his collar off, and I started following it till I got closer, and eventually I saw it hanging right here. But man, talk about some luck. I was a little worried there. That'd be a bummer to lose that. Come here, Yeti. Good boy. Let's get this back on you. That's gonna wrap up a pretty good day of grouse hunting. This last walk with Yeti, I moved 11 birds. I missed 2 really good shots with him, but I was able to connect on 1 bird, got a nice look at it. Yeti was on point on this pine thicket, and birds took off and 1 came out my way. So yeah, knocked down 2 grouse and 1 woodcock today, so really good day of hunting. Got some shots and got some good opportunities and ended up coming out with a few. So I'm gonna hang out here for the evening. This is camp for tonight. I'm gonna get a fire going, collect some wood, and make some dinner for the evening. So I'll see you guys then. Dinner is served for the night. This is my take on just a little poor man's ramen with woodcock. You ready? So this here in front of me is the 18-year-old cut, the one that's a little bit older and starting to age out. But it still looks good, and you can see it's still pretty thick in there. So there's a lot of cover for birds still, even though it's a little bit older. Now, keep in mind, all cuts look different. So I've seen 15 to 18-year-old cuts just like this same age that look barren compared to this. But you can see here, there's a lot of food that's still growing up in this older cut. There's all these hawthorn trees, small crabapple trees, and there's also a lot of autumn olive too. This one doesn't have anything on it. Normally these have berries on them. There's a few thicker patches down here. And then along this old logging trail, there's a bunch of mature clover. You can see all this down here. So there's a lot of greens that are growing up down here for birds to eat, all this clover. So last night I was finding birds just off the edge of the trails, walking them, because the birds were out here on this edge feeding. So now I'm starting to transition into the younger cut that's 12 years old, that's just starting to come into its prime. So as you can see, it's a little shorter, a little smaller, and it's a little sparse still in areas. It's a little spotty here and there, but you can see the cover's starting to grow in pretty nice. And as this ages with time over the next couple years, it's just gonna get better and better for the birds. And eventually the birds will phase out of that older cut down there, and they'll live in this, which they're already using this and living it. Don't get me wrong, there's already birds in this. But what makes this work so nicely is you have a place where birds have been for the last decade, 15 years, and now they have a new area to transition over to for the next 15 years. So I might not run into a whole lot of birds on this walk, guys. You never know what you're gonna find, especially when I've got a young dog out. I might not get any bird work out of this walk. So I at least wanted you guys to be able to see this cut, what I'm talking about, and just kind of the habitat that I'm finding birds in and what I'm looking for. All right, so like I mentioned earlier, I was thinking about going north to get out of rain today. So I came up 30 miles north of where I was hunting, and I came out to this big patch of autumn olive. It's late afternoon, hoping to find some birds feeding. Got Yeti out. You're always pretty reliable. It's been a birdless day before. I've done 2 other runs and haven't moved anything, so maybe this will be our run today. You ready? Yeti. Yeti's on point in here. Right this way. I'm gonna swing out, follow the path up a little bit, and then cut back up to him. And there he was. Ah, the dog is right there on point. We're staring at each other. Dead bird. Dead bird. Fetch here. Good boy. Come here. Heel. Nice work. All right. We're on the board for the day. Good work, Yeti man. Good boy. Just missed a bird right there on the other side of the road. Dog came over here, went on point. And I saw him staring back and looking at me, and I got up to him, and the bird got out of this little autumn olive patch, and I just had one little window to shoot through and connect. That's gonna be it for tonight's run. This walk kind of saved our day a little bit. I hadn't moved a bird all day long until this walk, and we ended up moving 11 grouse. Knocked one down, got a couple good shots at a few, but the rest of them just busted out in front of us. And there was a group of 5 birds that came out of the top of an aspen tree way up at the top. So those birds flushed out, and then a couple other ones that were, dog was on point and working something, they were running on us and just got out in front of us a little ways. But that's gonna be it for today. And yeah, I'm gonna hang out here the rest of the evening, get a campfire going and cook up some dinner. I think I'm gonna make some grouse tonight for dinner from the last few days from some of the birds we've shot. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm gonna be back out here tomorrow morning. I'm not sure exactly where I'm gonna start, but I've got a few more days of hunting to go. But for now, I think that's gonna wrap up this video. Had some good action over the last couple days. Hope you guys have enjoyed following along. And I'm gonna be out here for a few more days still, just hanging out in my truck and bouncing from spot to spot. So I've got the freedom to do that, and I've been having a good time running into some new areas and finding a few birds here and there. Like I always say, it's just wherever the cover takes us. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Good job, Yeti. Wow. Gosh, we're probably 250 yards from where Yeti pointed this bird and I shot at it. Here. Good boy. Give. Nice work. Good job, Yeti. Aspen's on point in here. I'm circling out. She goes on point. I take a few more steps up. Good girl. Yeah, nice work. And I got just a glimpse of it, and I shot where I thought it was going to be.